HDFC Life has launched its new television commercial targeting urban women. On this occasion, Adgully caught up with Sanjay Tripathy of HDFC Life to know more about the campaign.
So if you look at in India, most of the financial planning is always done for the men, and if you look at most of the life insurance ever bought is by men. Around 80% of insurance sold in India are for men, and the rest 20% is actually the men bought for the women. But what we really looked at when we did an initial survey, we realized that women are not really financially secured. So we did a full-fledged survey along with value notes, and which is called Financial Freedom Index. We found out only 42% of women have done some kind of financial planning, and only 26% of women has taken professional help, which is much lower compared to the main counterpart. We saw there's a great opportunity of bringing in financial awareness among women, and particularly the working urban women can really take care of their own finances. But if you look at traditionally the finance of planning for your future has always been seen as a main role. So the man actually decides about the financial future. So it's your father, it's your spouse, it's your brother basically takes those decisions. Women never actually went and took those decisions themselves. So when we did, we took that insight and we give that insight to our agency to really work on scripts. So we come out with a very nice thought, what we call as director of happiness. What we come out when women look at financial freedom, like when women is financially secure, she becomes the center of the family. She gets much more importance in the family, in the decision making, and at the end of the day she contributes much more to the family and she becomes center of happiness. So what we took that thought as director of happiness, and we looked at our script in that manner. So the thing which we looked at in the TVC, if you look at we thought about a 360-degree campaign. In the TVC, what we looked at, the thought is very simple thought, is father and daughter, they are really talking about the planning for the next where the parent should go for the next anniversary, where the father is trying to finalize his location and trying to reduce the cost. The daughter is trying to increase the cost and taking to a foreign location. So in this moment, and finally she decides that parents should go to Europe, and which is a very high cost destination. The father said, I don't have enough money for it. She says, I have planned for it, I can afford it. So that moment, the father thinks, the daughter has really matured and your daughter has really grown. This is a very, very emotional moment. But what it showed that, if you really plan for your future, you can become part of the family's financial decisions, and you will become much more important in the decision making process, and you can give back more to the family. Thereby you can become the director of happiness for the family. So that's the campaign thought, and we took this TBC idea to 360-degree campaign with be it experiential, be it digital, be it OH, be it print and radio, to make it much more meaningful and first of its kind campaign in Indian television. Real life only can do as much how the societal changes are happening. So we believe the urban women, at least in metro and tier 1 cities, are ready, because if you look at today, they're staying alone. They're taking their own decisions about major part of their life, be it their finding the life partner, finding the job. So we believe this segment is ready. So but as per our research, it shows that it'll take some time to really move it to tier 2 and other cities, particularly rural areas, because there still most of the decisions are taken by father or husband or by brother. So it'll take some time. So this 360-degree campaign, the whole idea is reaching it to our TG, which is urban working women between 25 to 40 years of age. So what we have decided, apart from the TVC and TV, which is again selecting the genre where the female TG generally watches the program, but in the interesting insight we got that female working TG watches a similar kind of viewing habit, is similar like a working man. So what we looked at when we looked at to amplify the campaign, we looked at print, which is magazines like Femina, Cosmo, those kind of magazines where the women generally loves to read those kind of magazines. But apart from that, we are taking it big in exponential medium, like taking it to malls and malls, multiplexes, and to corporates. The idea is very simple. We are calling it as a model of happiness. So we are creating a booth where we are taking the stories of women, how they have become the model of happiness, or how they become director of happiness of their family by achieving financial freedom. So those stories, this own 1 minute stories we are recording, and we are uploading these stories on our YouTube and Facebook pages. And we are also asking the people who are actually giving us the stories to upload in their Facebook and YouTube pages, thereby making it much more interesting for their followers and making it much more viral. So what we'll do again, once it is there in our Facebook and YouTube page, and our we have created a microsite called Smart Is You. So we are actually uploading those videos in the Smart Is You page also. So we want people to come and rate it, and the best of the videos we'll actually make another short reel kind of thing, and show it in OH mediums and cinema hall. So we believe that by thereby giving those stories to showing those stories to other women, so which will be inspirational, and you'll create a lot of awareness about financial independence, and how with financial independence women become center of the family's decision making process, and create a lot of and bring real happiness to her family. These are user generated content, and that will become the second phase of the campaign will run by them, because these are real faces and these are real stories. It's very simple. It's very similar to the male counterpart. Only thing that the critical thing which you look at is like most of the planning is missing, and relook at the plan is missing. And most of the time it has not really taken about the unforeseen events or like unforeseen circumstances. So while the planning probably is right, is a unidimensional planning, but most of the women, they have not really rechecked the plan, say looking at the extra, looking at the macroeconomic factor or the unforeseen events. So maybe it is just a plan, not done with a proper professional help, but it may not really work out during unforeseen situation, and it may not really take into it may not help you in terms of the providing you the full financial freedom or make you financially secure. So what we believe is the bigger thing which has come out, people aware, women awareness about financial planning process is much lower. I think that is more critical, and we believe that will get addressed through this campaign. See, what we have created, we created a page called Smart Is You, because we believe that there are the enough content on financial independence of women is not there in digital space. So this is again, it's a user generated content. So we'll capture all the stories, and how, and provide professional guidance in those in that page to how the women can become financially independent, and how she can take care of she can be confident of taking care of her future financial decisions, and how by planning for the future will help her in her life to become become the center of happiness or the director of happiness for her family. So those are the stories. Again, it will have both content provided by professionals, and it will also be content sourced from individuals, and we believe that more people come and share those stories over there. And second, the same thing can be said in your own Facebook pages, or whatever you like, out of that you can actually share with your friends. So thereby we believe it will become much more bigger campaign, and it will become the digital and social will be the medium to amplify the campaign. This is the first of its kind plan for women. If you look at this, is a very simple plan. What we realized that when we did a research, we found the unforeseen situation or circumstances derail a women life at least for 3 years period of time. If there is something on pregnancy complication, or there is the child birth with deformities, or women related cancer, or the spouse death, basically derails someone's life. So this plan provide very simple solution. It in the classic plan, it helps you give premium holiday for 3 years. In Premier and Elite option, it along with the premium holiday, it also gives back your premium amount in the same year, so that it helps you to maintain your lifestyle for those period. Apart from taking care of your any unforeseen situation about your life, and in elite option, it also, along with these two factors, it also takes care about your spouse death, in terms of gives you 3 years premium holiday for during that period, and gives you the premium amount, same premium amount for the every year, so that your life you can actually you can sustain your lifestyle for that period. So again, these are again typical women related problem we picked out, and we added that in our product, so that it will be very, very helpful for the women who are actually buying these products. And more importantly, we believe it will create enough awareness, because this is a first of its product its kind. The awareness generation is critical, and more importantly, it will also help women to look at plans which is actually tailor-made for themselves, rather than buying the plans which may not be really helping them in their future financial decisions. So it helps you in premium holiday, it helps in unfortunate situation, it also give you partial withdrawal, so it also takes care of your gives you a life cover in case of eventualities. So it is perfect for any woman who is actually planning for their future.